welcome to the e-commerce case study chapter 4. We are group 2 and today we are going to present about the insane race in the mobile payment marketplace. It's gonna be very interesting and useful, so don't go anywhere. First, let's take a look at the big picture. By 2018, the online payment market in the United States is growing at more than 12% a year. Then we have a mobile commerce with an impressive annual growth rate of over 30% a year. It's not exaggerate to say that we are living in the era of online transaction and mobile banking. With a much potential, how large the revenue can be? Well, large enough to drive tech and retail giants to run crazy. PayPal, Google, Apple, Walmart, Best Buy, and even startups like Target and Square are all jumping on the bandwagon. Sadly enough, there has been no major success since customers still prefer to pay with credit card or even cash. Then, what is happening in Vietnam? Well, Vietnam's mobile payment is more than doubling in value over the first 3 quarters of 2018. Besides banks, local startups are also tapping into the trend with key players such as OnePay, Momo, VNG's, Zalo Pay, and OnOnPay. Remarkably, mobile payment is becoming a new trend with the rise of new technologies, and especially one of those is the QR codes. What is the QR code? QR is the combination of encrypted black modules which can store any data from names, brands to information and product details. A transaction with QR code is completed within just a touch, and of course there is no require for internet access. At the moment, QR Pay is implemented at 18 banks in Vietnam. It's very user-friendly and is integrated with the bank's mobile apps, and customer needs not to worry about information security. One of the advantages of QR Pay is that customers can also easily purchase products and services from large companies like Vietnam Airlines, Jet Air, or Jetstar. Next, we are going to find out about some of the biggest online payment systems in the world.
I'm going to introduce you the different giants companies in e-commerce. So first of all, we have Apple Pay, which is a platform which allowed to do transactions thanks to your iPhones. So how Apple makes money from Apple Pay? First of all, we can say that by charging the credit card issuer bank have to pay 0.15 fees for every transactions, because in exchange Apple give an insurance and a guarantee, so there is less risk for the bank. That's why this system of revenue works. Then I will present you the different issues and solutions of Apple Pay. So one of the first issue is that it's too cheap, so there is no real revenue for from Apple Pay. But it contributes a lot to Apple product sales and it adds values to Apple products. Then the second issue we can relieve is that it's available only on Apple devices and merchants need to use NFC. But it encourages people to buy only Apple products, Apple devices. So it helps to increase the sales. Then there is a lot of competitor, but thanks to the strong Apple's customers loyalty, it's not a real problem, and the Apple Pay app can find his customers. Then I will present you PayPal, which is the leader on the mobile payment market. It's a mobile device to make a purchase or payments at websites. Then I will explain you how it works. So first of all, you need to pick your payment devices. So it can be credit card, it can be your bank account or your PayPal balance. Then PayPal will send the money to your PayPal account, and your recipient receives the money, so then we can give to people or just make your purchase online or whatever. So now I'm going to present you different issues and solutions of PayPal. There is three main issues with the PayPal platform. The first one is security issues, safety issues. Then we have the fact that the customers is charged, so it can be really expensive to use the PayPal services. And the third one is that there is no PayPal app. But we can say that there is no need to transmit or share your credit card information, so we can save with PayPal app, with PayPal platform, sorry. And then PayPal is already available on mobile phone, tablets, and computers, so an application is not really needed for the moment, and it's already available on a lot of devices, which is enough for the customer of PayPal.
Cool. So now after PayPal, I'm going to speak about Google Wallet. So how Google Wallet works. First, the customers need to approach the phone near the payment terminal, and after they need to insert the Google Wallet PIN. After this, the customer has a choice to pay directly with his credit card inserted the Google Wallet before, or he can also use the balance and he will have previously put on Google Wallet. And now I'm going to speak about how those Google Wallets make money. So we also that Google Wallet is free for company that sell credit card, but also for the merchant people. So Google Wallets offer in returns to display advertisement of company located near the place of payment to be paid, like for the merchant place. So now I'm going to speak about the issue and the solution of Google Wallet. So Google Wallets, I will start with the Google Wallet issue. So we can observe a stronger competition with Apple Pay, PayPal, and also currency. We can also see that it's not completely secure systems, and also loss of user confidence for the security of their personal data. So it's a bad point for Google Wallet. And for the solution, we can observe that no solution exists for the competition because it's really strong against PayPal and Apple Pay. And also with the security system, it's really better than Google Wallet. And they try to improve the security system, but it's really difficult because the concurrence is really strong, and they try to have a better image to convince a new user. So after, I'm going to speak about the mobile payment market in France and in Vietnam. So first I will start with in Vietnam. So it's almost inexistent. Appearance of this year appear MPOS in 2018, which allows to observe a desire to enter the mobile payment market. But we can see also that the payment with PayPal start to be used, but more with young people, and that almost any Vietnamese pay in these stores with a phone. And to finish, also the majority of Vietnam people use payment in cash and not in cards, so it's a big problem for this type of market. So it's also a developing country, so I think maybe in a few years it could be better. And to finish, we can speak about in France, so it's well established in France, and also a lot of people pay in almost every store. We can pay with this type of things, if the mobile phone, or also we can also use PayPal a lot. And we have also a big the confidentiality is like nice, and also we can observe on this graphic that approximately 7 million active people use in France. And also this we can see that USA is one of the best on this market.
Besides many giant companies in e-commerce aforementioned, there are also many banks joining and develop their payment system in e-commerce field. Let's take a look at some of successful e-commerce bank system. The first one I want to introduce is BBVA. BBVA seems to be the pioneer which takes the top spot in European mobile banking evaluation. Not only having the high level of security, BBVA is also the leader in innovation. They are the first financial institution to launch a feature known as online onboarding via mobile, which allows anyone to open an account in just a few minutes through a selfie. BBVA offers a smart search engine and is one of the banks that provide a persistent icon to read help and FAQs that are tailored to the task as well as a way to read human help if required. The second one is Guarantee Bank. Guarantee Bank is known as the second spot in global mobile banking, according to the Forrester research. Guarantee lets customers perform a wide range of money transfers and payments. Most of these transactions can be carried out using the app's virtual voice activated assistant (UG). Guarantee's app helps customers quickly complete account service tasks such as temporarily locking a card, managing card withdrawal limits, setting up and managing alerts, experiencing transaction, and reporting fraud. The last one I want to introduce to you guys today is CaixaBank. CaixaBank is known as the best consumer bank in Spain. More than 90% of CaixaBank's products and services are now available online. Basic strategy is to combine personal customer research with data about customer internet to use to find better and easy ways to access typical products online. Intelligent application of technology has enabled it to simplify online banking and at the same time increase its leading position in Spanish retail banking market.
Hello, so let's move to the third part. Large making in some questions. Why mobile payment system developed by technology companies are growing rapidly? Mobile wallets growth by large national market is also increasing tremendously. And why is that? Because they want to avoid the bank charge when the credit card linked to the customer bank account. And they also want to control the point of sale moment where they can offer coupon, reward and special discount through right on the app. And how did it start? In 2012, American Customer Exchange (MCX) was built by the 50 largest merchants: Walmart, Target, Sears, 7-Eleven, and etc. This effort has made an annual sale of more than $1 billion. Followed that in 2014, currency developed by Google and Apple. The idea was to avoid paying the credit companies their typical 3%. But in 2016, after the MCX and CC were terminated, Walmart introduced its own Walmart Pay app for both iOS and Android users. Using QR code technology, Using QR code technology, Walmart Pay then accepts all bank credit and debit cards, as well as Walmart Store credit card. Last but not least, let's go to some questions about the case study.
Hello, it's Ming again. So before getting to the main part of my presentation, I'll be dealing with the two textbook questions first. So first question, who are the three major players in the mobile payment market? Easy, technology company, large national merchants, and bank and credit cards companies. Third question, how does Apple Pay differ from Android Pay and Samsung Pay? So Apple Pay is basically a technology-based intermediary between consumers and banks, and the only platform that requires an NFC enabled and Apple software at the point of sale in order to work. Android and Samsung are not quite so very picky, but Android the only system that allows users to link to bank or deposit a prepaid balance of funds in their Android Pay accounts. So last time I told you about the current state of e-commerce mobile payments, and so this time around I'm going to show you a little bit of a glimpse into the future of mobile payments. As you can see, the genesis of modern technology and generations is quickly impacting the way payments are made. Full transition from traditional methods of payments to mobile payment solutions is no longer a speculation, but is foreseeable future of fintech. And so the first vision that I see is a cardless and cashless society. To be more specific, the development of near-field communication has significantly reduced the need for physical forms of payment. According to a research conducted by Business Insider in 2016, in-store mobile payments are expected to overtake credit cards and grow from $75 billion to $503 billion in 2020. And the same research also found out that by 2025, 75% of all transactions will be made without cash. All money will eventually go digital. And the second trend to be seen in the future of mobile payments is the growing demand for efficient and secure mobile payment gateways. This happens for two reasons. The first one, millennials are reaching their prime spending years. These children of the digital age preference for speedy and immediate digital services and skepticism towards traditional banks created a huge demand for digital financial services. And second, the ever-expanding mobile market, also known as the increasing ownership of mobile, will inevitably drive fintech innovation forward. The implication for all of this is that the market itself leaves tremendous areas to be explored. For business, it's a race to see whose pipeline is better prepared for rapid changes, and for fintech firms, it's a competition of functionality, ease of access, security, and efficiency. And trust me, both are in for survival and growth. Given the agility, huge size, and vast untouched regions of mobile payment market, challenges lurk in the shadow of opportunities. There will be concerns about security and privacy. People's lack of familiarity with the new payment method is also to be dealt with in the future. And on a more global perspective, businesses will undeniably be struggling to accommodate themselves, while new players into the market will be facing fierce competition and pressure from market giants. In our country, vendors and small merchants make up a considerable portion of Vietnamese economy, and that these merchants are unlikely to embrace the new payment methods due to inconvenience, and the irregular nature of business is an issue that has not been resolved. Furthermore, another point not to be taken lightly is that according to Statista in 2016, only 28.5% of the Vietnamese population has access to a smartphone. In addition to the various socio-economic dilemmas, Vietnam's full transition to a cashless society will undoubtedly be a long time coming. So as part of my last words to you, as you can see, these did and will slow down the complete transition from conventional to mobile payment methods. Still, after this case study about mobile payment market, and with the current observed trends and growing demands, the future of paying without having to swipe plastic cards, deal with slip receipts, and dig for cash and coins in your pocket and purse is not hard to imagine. Thank you for watching. Comments and feedbacks are greatly appreciated. Please put them in the comment section below, and I'll see you another time.